Today, I want to show you how artificial intelligence can write any program in any language. Our work is just copy-pasting. Welcome to my channel. This series is about programming tutorials with AI, aiming to enter the job market. I'll show you free tools you can access. The car commits a crime, but how do we apply it to our project? So it should be ready for release, which basically means our work is just copy-pasting. Hi, I'm Banan, and welcome to my channel. This series of videos is all about programming tutorials with artificial intelligence, and the goal is to enter the job market, whether it's the Iranian market or the international market. In this video, I'm going to show you the tools you can access for free, so you can learn how to carry out programming projects. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's head to the monitor, so I can show you everything in detail. Alright, to get started with this, we need the VS Code program. So, if you want to learn how to carry out programming projects, don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this video helpful. Now, let's head to the monitor so I can show you everything in detail. So, to get started with this, we need the VS Code program. VS Code, or Visual Studio Code, is a program created by Microsoft itself, and you can download it for free, and it doesn't even have any premium packages or anything like that. VS Code is just like a notepad, but of course, it also has a programming mode with various extensions, so we can get into programming. We can start working on it, mainly for building web apps and websites. For AI, we need a coding program, specifically the coding extension on sourcegraph.com. Pay attention. The free version of Claude Sonnet allows up to 200 uses. I mentioned Claude Sonnet before. It's the best tool for programming, outperforming others. I chose the pro version after realizing its power. You can use it for free, but some tasks may require more effort. For me, the pro version simplifies those tasks. And one thing you guys should definitely pay attention to is that for the free part, you can use Claude for free until the end of the year. Claude is actually the best book for programming and writing in CAT, has worked better than all the other writing tools. But as you can see now, I took the training section because when I used it and saw how powerful it was, it really seemed like it was worth it to actually pay for it and use it. It can be used for free. A kid might, for example, need to have more tracks and more tasks, but training is easy for me, even for me. I really recommend that you definitely go for the pro version. It will be really beneficial for you. And if you want to purchase the pro version and don't know how to go about it, just let me know in the comments and I'll guide you through it. So, after you've got Visual Studio Code and installed it, now we're going to run it. So now, a page like this will open in Sprouton because I've worked with this Mastuni page before and it brought these pages for us now. So one thing I want to do now is to see what it looks like from the new page. I think I want to create something from our page now. So I'll go to one of the pages and I'll create a new folder here. A folder is like a box or a repository where we keep all our projects. We can name this folder Educational Website. Let's click on Select Folder and our repository is created. To integrate the AI tool Cody into this, you can see that Cody is connecting in. We need to go into the extensions section. Once we're in the extension section, we'll search for Cody. And we'll put the click folder here, and now our repository is created here. To integrate the AI tool we referred to as Cody into this, we need to go to the extension section. Once we're in the extension section, we'll search for Cody here, and this Cody that you see here, which has a blue icon, is the AI tool we're going to use. Install it, and once it's installed, this Cody section will also appear in the sidebar on the left. I had a problem with the VS Code update because I had too many extensions, and it didn't show up for me down here. If you encounter the same issue and can't access Cody from the left sidebar, you have another option. When you go into your repository, like this educational website, and this fertilizer that you see here, which is exactly what I have, it's blue. This is the synthetic fertilizer that we were going to use. Install this, and once you've installed it, the Cody section will also appear in the left sidebar. I had a problem with the VS Code update because I had too many extensions, and it didn't show up for me down here. If you encounter the same issue and can't access Cody from the left side, So for example, we have this educational website, and I'm going to take a minute here to create a file. Let's say I just leave a blank text file named text.txt. A regular notepad page will open up for us here. I click on it and some code appears at the bottom. When I click on this side, it opens up a page for us and I hit New Chat in this editor. And when I do the same thing, a code opens for me on the right here in this text file. It even calls this file so that it can override this specific setting that we want for us here. Now I'm going to put this here. And of course, we don't need this anymore. Maybe in the next updates, this will even be fixed in VS Code. Okay. If you have a project section, you can access all of this, which I will give you a general explanation of in this video. For example, in Claude, Sonnet and Claude 3 Opus, it is more for programming itself, while in coding, the method of changes is neglected. GPT-4 is more of a standard version. It's great for brainstorming. If you want to have several different AI models, like various GPTs, and different chatbots, you can assign different tasks to each of them. GPT-4 is really good for brainstorming and provides excellent general solutions. The brainstorming is truly fantastic. Gemini AI Pro, you might have used, is great for SEO and content creation. These AI tools provide all the code we need. I can speak in Persian with the same quality. Let's start building our website. I want to create a site for selling educational packages like Coursera, edX, Clasino, and Maktab Khane. A site similar to those. I need a step-by-step strategy. And I can even speak in Persian, guys. There's no problem with me speaking in Persian, and I've maintained the same quality. So let's get started and build our website. In this project, I want to create a website for selling educational packages, like the websites of Coursera, edX, and even various other sites like Clasino and Maktab Khane. I want to build a website similar to those. I know that I need you to give me a step-by-step strategy so I can understand exactly what to do. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Exactly should they? All right, let's hit this button. So it starts generating for us. You see, guys, there's something really complete and practical here. It tells us about the programming and analysis section, like, hey, identify where your job market is and who you actually want to sell these to. Are they people who want to enter the job market? Are they younger kids? Is this website specifically for music? Or is it entirely focused on programming? To keep this video from getting too long, let's move on to the coding part of this. It needs to be focused on programming. Keep this video from getting too long. Let's move on to the coding part of this. Well, let's go ahead and call the repository now. I'm entering this for the regular website design, and I want it to start generating. I really want it to do this for me, without giving me any ideas, as if I have no experience in programming or web apps and various programming markets at all. I just want this to happen for me. So now this is the structure of the site, and it's defining it for me. Guys, you see these few pages? None of them have any code yet. They're just showing a general layout of what's going to happen, how these sites are going to look. The main page is important because it serves as the showcase of our site, just like a storefront. And then there are the detailed pages that will provide information about the courses and other sections. Now that it has given us this information, we can tell it to start designing the site in this way. Now that it has given us this information, you tell it, okay, start designing the site like this. Just start designing the site like that. And please remember, guys, try to be more but be one in all. Be sure to call the repository for all the messages you see to Bushe Mohseni. We're shooting this arrow so Bushe Mohseni can Give the cat what it needs. If you're new to programming, 2 files. You might expect code, but we have 2 files with 2 different codes. One HTML file, here as index.html, and also a CSS file, which is styles.css. What to do with these files? Let's go ahead and apply them. I'll click apply, and it loads. I'll set it up to ease my work. Click this index file, then move on. That means it's an innate talent. Well, what do these 2 do? Let's apply them. I'll click the apply button. I'll save it to make my work easier. I need to click this index file. I'll import style.css. I'll save and apply it. What's the difference between style.css and HTML? HTML is for website content. CSS is for designs. The layout applied to HTML. I'm going to import style.css here, and it will automatically appear on my right side. I'll save it and apply it here. What's the difference between style.css and HTML? HTML is the file with the website's internal content, while CSS is about design and layout applied to HTML. For example, in our website's navbar, we specified the information it contains and a button with the context name. The logo class should also have the website's logo. I can press Ctrl+F to bring up the navbar. CSS shows designs and visual states applied to HTML. In our navbar, we set the display to flex, stretching it across with equal spacing between items. In our navbar, we said that our navbar has info. It only has this information. Also, in the logo class, the logo should be there. Press Ctrl+F for navbar. We called navbar and set the display to flex, to stretch across, items spaced equally. With such a website or any app, manually change to understand code. Ask AI to explain code. It can explain or document it. And now, you guys see, in the new section, we called new here, and we told the display to flex, meaning it should stretch all the way to the end. And the space between means there should be equal spacing between the text and the content. When you have a website like this, try to make some changes to understand what the code is doing. You can even ask artificial intelligence to explain the code to you. We've saved this, and I want to open this file to see what this website looks like. We have a website like this. It's a ready and beautiful site. It looks empty right now, but look at its structure. It has the menu here, and the logo of the site is placed here. It starts with learning programming with Bush Mohseni. I'm going to do the same thing with this site and make it look nicer. Alright, we've saved this. And I want to open this file now to see what this website looks like. So now we have a website like this, guys. It's a completely ready and beautiful site. I mean, it looks empty right now, but just look at its structure. It has the menu here, and the logo of the site is placed here, saying that this is where it will be. It starts with learning programming with Bush Mohseni. I'm exactly going to do the same thing with this site, and I want to bring it to a more attractive form. Now, what we want to do is to make it look a bit nicer. I've placed the menu, and the logo of the site is also positioned, starting the learning journey with Bush Mohseni. I'm going to do the same thing with this site and enhance its appeal. We want to improve appearance. Help me with the design of this site. I will also call the repository for my homepage. I'm going to design this site and apply design styles. Implement the design here as well. I'm asking you to design this. The whole site is saying that I will also call the repository for my homepage. Alright, I'm going to design this site and also apply styles, since styles are the design aspect. I want to implement the design here as well. I'm asking you to help me with the design of this site in a minimalist style and in a modern way that will be visually appealing to the viewer. Use a minimalist style and modern approach by incorporating clean lines, a clutter-free design, and a focus on functionality that will be visually appealing to the viewer. I mentioned that we need to shape the design because some designs don't work well with Persian fonts. Sometimes Persian fonts can appear too large, which is fine with good fonts, but either the font needs to be changed or the design must be correct. To help achieve the look we want, there have been changes in the HTML and also in the styles. You can see that the number of styles is increasing. We've put much effort into this, but we've done more CSS work for each design. We've written the code here. With a free account, clicking apply won't allow changes, but you can copy all this code. Changes have been made in the HTML and styles. We've worked on the CSS for each design. Free accounts can't apply changes. You can copy the code for top line changes, apply them in the index.html file. Press Ctrl+C, go to index.html, press Ctrl+A to select all, right click and go to edit code. In edit code, copy and paste everything. We've done more work on the CSS per design. We've written this code. With a free account, clicking on this apply button won't let you make changes, but you can copy all this code. For top line changes, we will apply these in the index.html file. Make sure to focus on this top line. It's more important. You press Ctrl+C, then go to this index.html page. Press Ctrl+A to select everything, then right click, go to edit code. In edit code, you can copy and paste everything. When you hit that button, all these changes will be applied. And the top line, we're going to apply these changes to the index.html file. So do this with this top line. This top line is definitely more important. You're going to press Ctrl+C and go to this page. It's index.html. So we're going to press Ctrl+A to select everything here. We're going to right click on this page, go to edit code. On the edit code that we typed here, you can copy paste the whole thing here that you can't see here. Hit this button, changes apply, shows website changes, free section, solves problem, paid version executes automatically, no copy pasting needed, it knows the code. It shows necessary website changes. Free users can use this feature to solve the problem. Paid users hit apply for automatic changes. No copy pasting needed. It auto-updates code. It connects to index.html and updates changes. Hit accept, then apply for CSS style. If you're using the paid version of this program, hit apply, and these changes will be executed. No need for copy pasting, as it knows what to do with this code. And when you see index.html is applied here, it connects itself to this file and knows changes are needed. Hit accept, then apply CSS styles. Programmers, in the CSS section, you know that when making many changes to an HTML file, we end up with extra design files that don't relate or connect to the design. This can lead to unnecessary clutter in the website. When index.html is applied, it connects to this file for changes. We hit accept, apply CSS styles. Programmers know many HTML changes can create unrelated design files causing clutter. Smart Design identifies and reminds you of extra designs needing changes. We've applied the changes and the white dots are lighter, showing correct application, not saved. For programmers, in the CSS section, when making many changes to an HTML file, we often end up with extra design files that don't connect to the design, causing clutter. Smart Design identifies these extras and reminds you to make changes. We've applied the changes, and the white dots are lighter, indicating the file is applied correctly but not saved. To save many files, go to the File section and hit Save All to save them completely. Instead of saving one by one, save them all at once. But the good thing about this Smart Design is that it identifies all the extra designs on its own. It even reminds you after a while and tells you that these changes need to be made. Now kids, you can see the white dots are lighter, which means the file has been applied correctly, but hasn't been saved yet. Now we have two ways to save these, one by one, but if, for example, the number of files is high, like 1,000, and you don't have time, how can you save all of them? You go to the File section and hit Save All. And all the files will be saved here completely. If you forget to save them all, one by one, instead of doing that, you can just save them all at once. You do this in the File section, okay? I'm coming back here one more time and hitting refresh. It was great. The Academy of Future Coders has created a beautiful website. You might want to start your own site. They brought something cool. Would you trust a site like this? Would you feel safe using and paying on it? Now we can do this. With HTML and CSS I got involved. Think about it. You can get into Next.js, mobile apps, and AI programming. Would you trust a website like this if your kids had it? Would you feel comfortable entering it and even paying money to work with it? Guys, now is the time when we have the power to do this. Just with HTML and CSS, which are simple tools for our work, I got involved. Just think about it. Just get that done, take on this project, and invest in it. I'll set up the site, and in the next tutorials, I'll show you how to complete this on this website. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. If you found this helpful, like it. You saw what a great project we created in aesthetics, functionality, and speed. To work with AI or start from scratch, it takes over 2 hours. Professionals may take longer, and for more advanced projects, we rely on frameworks, software, and sites with solutions. We use ready-made codes for copying. You saw the amazing project we created. Working with AI or starting from scratch can take hours. With optimized code, we have tools that simplify project development. 2 hours, 3 hours, if you're a professional, it might take a while. And if there are many more professional projects, we have to just use those ready-made templates for copy-pasting, for example, from StarClaw and from Normstar and other websites where people have already posted their problems and we got the answers. But when Bushimozanoni is now ready, optimized, and refined, our authority is also at our disposal, and he himself easily brings up the project. We never had such a tool, and now it is a new era, and now it is a new era for us to be able to use it. So guys, if you enjoyed this video and you know that these videos are helpful for you, definitely let me know in the comments what else you need, and I'll put together more tutorials for us to move forward together. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay awesome.